So these are the materials that we need to start with the project. So now here we are going to make the head. Firstly, we are going to take our light blue yarn and we are going to make a magic ring. So for that we are going to chain 1 and we'll insert a total of 6 single crochets into this magic ring. So once you're done, it will look like this. Now just pull the smaller string tightly to close. Now you will search for your first single crochet and then make your slip stitch like that. Now just chain 1 and we'll start with our round 2. So for that we are going to make increase. So that means you will make 2 single crochet into the same stitch like this in all of the stitches. So by the end you are going to have 12 single crochets. So once you have it, just make your slip stitch. And again we are going to chain 1 to start with round 3. Now here we are going to make 1 single crochet into the first stitch. Then we'll make 1 increase into the next stitch. That means 2 single crochets into the same space like that. So like that we are going to make our round 3. So 1 single crochet into the next stitch, then again we'll make 1 increase. So just follow this process and you will have a total of 18 single crochets. And lastly make your slip stitch and chain 1 to start with round 4. For round 4 we are going to make 2 single crochet into the first 2 stitches. Then we are going to make 1 increase into the third stitch like that. Now again 2 single crochet into the next 2 stitches. Now again you increase and you will follow this 6 times and you are going to have a total of 24 single crochets for your round 4. For round 5 you have to make 3 single crochet into the first 3 stitches. Then into the fourth stitch we will make 1 increase. Like that. So just copy this process 6 times and you are going to have a total of 30 single crochets by the end. And to close this round we are going to make our slip stitch and chain 1 to start with round 6. So for round 6 you are simply going to make 30 single crochets. So just make your normal single crochets in all of the stitches. There will be no increases or decreases in this round. So lastly again make your slip stitch into the first stitch and chain 1 to start with round 7. So from round 7 to round 9 you are simply going to make 30 single crochets in all of the rounds. So once you're done it will look like this. Now simply make your slip stitch into the first stitch and chain 1. For round 10 we are going to make 3 single crochets into the first 3 stitches. So we'll make 1 more and now we'll make 1 decrease. So for that you're simply going to make half single crochet like that. Now again a full single crochet through all of it. So like that you make a decrease. So again you will make 3 single crochets and now again 1 decrease. So make a half single crochet, then again a full single crochet like that. So you made a decrease. So like this you are going to make 6 times and you are going to have a total of 24 single crochets by the end of round 10. So here I have made my last decrease. Simply make your slip stitch and chain 1 to start with round 11. For round 11, we are going to make 2 single crochet into the first 2 stitches. Then we'll make a decrease. So like this, you make your decrease. So you have to follow this process 6 times and you are going to have a total of 18 single crochets by the end. Lastly, make your slip stitch and chain 1 to start with round 12. For round 12, make 1 single crochet into the first stitch and then again make decrease into the next stitch. A half single crochet and then again a full single crochet, like that. So just follow this process 6 times and you are going to have a total of 12 single crochet by the end of round 12. So once you are done, so at this point we are going to add our eyes. So for that you have to search for the 8th and 9th round. So we are going to start counting from here. So just count the 8th row and in between our 8th and 9th round we are going to add our safety eyes. So insert your black part like this. So in between our round 8 and round 9 we are going to insert our safety eyes. And 6 stitches apart we are going to insert our black eye again. And now once you are satisfied with the look, over here we are going to put in this cap, you can say, like this, and on the other side as well, so that it's fixed properly. So once you are satisfied, so this is how it will look. So just make your last slip stitch and we'll add our stuffing. So after you have done filling it, now just chain 1 and we'll start with our round 13. For round 13, you are simply going to work only on to the front loop. So your front loop is the one that is facing towards you. This one. So you are going to make your single crochet into there. Now again, you will make increase into the next stitch. Now again, one single crochet, and all of it we are working only into the front loops. Again, one increase into the next stitch. So you will follow this 6 times and you are going to have a total of 18 single crochets by your round 13. So once you are done, then simply make your slip stitch into the first stitch and just chain 1 to start with round 14. For round 14, we are going to make one single crochet into the first stitch and then again one single crochet into the next stitch. That means two single crochets into the first two stitches and then into the third stitch will make increase. And from here we are going to make our normal single crochets. So just follow this pattern of your round 14 6 times and you are going to have a total of 24 single crochets. Lastly, just make your slip stitch into the first stitch and just chain 1 to start with round 15. For round 15, simply make your 24 single crochets into all of it. And lastly, make your slip stitch into the first stitch and now over here we are going to switch colors. So we are going to add our yellow color over here on our 16th round and just watch it carefully how I am going to fix it. So we are going to chain 1 with our working yarn, which will be our yellow yarn. So just make your first single crochet and then go on making your single crochets. So in this round we are going to have 24 single crochets with our yellow color. So once it's secure, so once the blue yarn is secured, just chop off the excess yarn and just go on making your single crochets. So this is how it looks so far, and just make your slip stitch into the first stitch and just chain 1 to start with round 17. Again round 17 will be exact same, so you are simply going to make 24 single crochets and you will make your slip stitch and just chain 1 to start with round 18. For round 18 you are simply going to make 2 single crochets into the first 2 stitches and then into the third stitch we are going to make decrease. So you will follow this pattern 6 times and you are going to have a total of 18 single crochets by your round 18. Lastly, make your slip stitch and just chain 1 to start with round 19. For round 19, you are simply going to make 1 single crochet into the first stitch and then a decrease into the next stitch. So follow this pattern 6 times and you are going to have a total of 12 single crochets by the end of round 19. So again, once you have completed, make your slip stitch into the first stitch and chain 1 to start with round 20. For round 20, you are simply going to make decreases in all of the stitches. So you will decrease a total of 6 times and you're going to have 6 single crochets. At this point, you are just going to add in your cotton and fill it. And just go on making your decreases. Lastly, make your slip stitch into the first stitch. Here I am on my last decrease, and lastly make your slip stitch into the first space to close the round. And at this point you're simply going to keep a little bit of yarn and cut it. Now just pull your hook and thread this yarn to your needle. Now you have to sew it. So just watch the process carefully. So basically we are going to cover the space fully. So just take your time in sewing and secure it carefully. So once it's secure, just make a knot. And hide the tail inside. Now just chop off the excess yarn. So our head and body is complete. Now we are going to work with the rest of the part. Now we are going to make the ears. So for that, take your blue yarn and just make a slip knot. And just simply chain 2. And into the first chain, right here, we are going to make single crochet. So just make a total of 3 single crochet over there. And lastly, make your slip stitch into the same space. Like that. Now, just chain 1 and cut a little bit of length and cut the yarn. Now pull everything and you can just tie it over here. And this is how the ear looks. So you will make 2 pieces like this. So this is how it will look. Now we are going to make the arms. So for that, take your blue yarn again and make a magic ring. Now just chain 1 and make a total of 6 single crochets into this magic ring. So once you are done, just make your slip stitch into the first stitch. And just chain 1 to start with round 2. For round 2, we are simply going to make 1 single crochet in all of the stitches. So by the end you are going to have 6 single crochets. Lastly again, make your slip stitch into the first stitch and chain 1 to start with round 3. From round 3 to round 5, you are going to do the exact same thing, that is, you have to make 6 single crochets in all of the stitches. So just take your time in repeating it. And So once you are done with your 5 rounds, it will look like this. Now for the 6th round, you are simply going to chain 1 and you have to make 6 single crochets. And keep a little bit of yarn and just pull your hook and tighten it. Now just add in your stuffing over here. Make 2 pieces like this for the arms. Now we are going to work with the legs. Now take your blue yarn and just chain 1 and make a total of 6 single crochets into this magic ring. So once you are done, just pull the string tightly and make your slip stitch into the first stitch. And just chain 1 to start with round 2. From round 2 to round 3, you are simply going to make 6 single crochets in all of the stitches. So just flip it to work for your round 3. Make sure the right side is facing you and just continue making 6 single crochets ahead. Now just make your last slip stitch. Now over here we are going to switch color. So after completing your 3rd round, now we are going to switch color with our yellow yarn. So just take your yarn like this and pull it like this. Now taking your yellow yarn, because we are going to work on that, and just go on making your single crochets with yellow yarn. So just make your 6 single crochets with it. So this will be your round 4. And lastly again you are going to make your slip stitch into the first stitch and chain 1 to start with round 5. So from round 5 to round 7 you are going to do the same thing that you did in round 4. You are going to work 6 single crochets around each time and lastly make your slip stitch and just chain 1. So just count your stitches and make sure you are having 7 rounds of it. So once you have it, just chain 1 and keep a little bit of yarn and cut the yarn. Now pull everything properly and tighten it. Now you can add your stuffing over here. Now you will make 2 pieces like this for the legs. Now we'll make the peacock feather. So for that we are going to make our magic ring and then we are going to make a total of 6 single crochets into this magic ring with our blue color. So once you have done it, make your slip stitch into the first stitch And over here we are going to switch color with yellow. So just take your yellow yarn. Now just pull it like this and make one single crochet into the same space. So we'll make increase in this space. So just make 2 single crochet into the same space with your yellow color. And again 2 single crochet into the next stitch also. So we have made 2 increases. And into the third stitch we are going to make 1 single crochet and again 1 half double crochet. Now again into the next stitch 1 half double crochet, then 1 single crochet into the same space like that. Then again we will make increase and again 1 increase into the next 2 stitches. So like this you're going to have 12 single crochets with your yellow color. So once you are done, just make your slip stitch into the first stitch. Just make your slip stitch into the first stitch. Now we are going to switch color with green. So just add in your green in the same way. Now you are going to work with green color. So just make 1 single crochet into the first stitch. And then 1 increase into the next stitch. So we'll do this 2 times. That means again we are going to make 1 single crochet into the next stitch. Then again 1 increase. Now in this stitch we are going to make 1 half double crochet, then we'll make 1 double crochet into the next stitch. Then we'll chain 1. Again we are going to make 1 double crochet and then 1 half double crochet into the next stitch. Now make 1 single crochet into the next stitch. Then we are going to make increase into the next stitch. That means 2 single crochet into the same space. This is 1 and 2. Now again 1 single crochet into the next stitch. Now again 1 increase into the next stitch. Now to cover it all we are going to make our slip stitch. Like that and just chain 1 and keep a little yarn for the sewing. This much will be enough. So cut it and pull everything tightly. Now we can cut these yarns as well. So this is how it will look finally. Now we are going to make the hair. So for that take your black yarn. Now for the first round we are going to make a magic ring and chain 1 and make a total of 6 single crochets into this magic ring. Now just pull everything tightly and make your slip stitch into the first stitch. Now chain 1 and for round 2 make increases in all of the stitches 6 times. That means 2 single crochet into the same space. So just go on doing this 6 times and you are going to have a total of 12 single crochets by the end. And make your slip stitch into the first stitch and chain 1 for your round 3. For round 3, make 1 single crochet into the first stitch and then 1 increase into the next stitch. So just follow this pattern 6 times and you are going to have a total of 18 single crochets. Now just make your slip stitch, and again for round 4 you are simply going to make 18 single crochets in all of the stitches and make your slip stitch and chain 1 and keep the little bit of yarn and cut the yarn for the sewing. So we are done with the bun of the hair. Now for the hair part, you are simply going to copy till round 3 and you don't have to make round 4. Instead we are going to make chains. So make a total of 13 chain. So once you have made your 13th chain, now you have to make 1 single crochet into the second chain, then again 1 single crochet. So like this you are going to make single crochets till the end, and lastly make your slip stitch into the nearest single crochet, and again you have to chain 13 and again you are going to do the same thing. So just follow this pattern for 8 to 9 times. And for the front part you can just go on decreasing your chains. That means we were making 13, so you can make 10 chains over here and do the exact same thing and make your slip stitch. Into this stitch. So like that you are going to decrease your chains and make the front part of the hair. So I have made a total of 6 chains and then I have made my single crochet and then slip stitch. So I have did this 3 times and I have made one with 8 chains and one with 10 chains. So like that you are going to make your hair. Lastly make your slip stitch and keep a length of yarn if you want to sew it, or you can just secure it by cutting it. I'm going to paste it exactly on the top of the head, and this will be the bun right here. And now we are going to sew it. So we have our ears and this will go exactly on our row. Where your eyes were there, so exactly like here, that will be your round 9 and 10. Now just go on sewing it. Now just secure everything and cut the yarn. Similarly we are going to add on the other side. Over here on our round 9 to 10 here. So we have done that. So exactly on round 13 to 14 we are going to add our hands. So once you're done, just make your knot and hide the tail inside. Similarly, we are going to add the other hand as well. So once you have added it, now just go into this area of the hand and make it curl like this to the center, and exactly take your other hand as well in the same space like you did on the previous hand. And now pull just everything tightly, very tight, and just make a little bit fixing and it will curl. Now just make your knots and hide the tail inside. Now chop off the excess yarn. Now we are going to add the legs. So it looks like this. Now for the legs, you're simply going to add in this area. That is your 18 to 19 round. You are going to attach it over there like that. So once you have fixed it, just make it turn like this and secure. Make your knot and cut the yarn. Similarly, attach the other leg, and you have to stick your hair on the top with your glue gun and add your bun as well. You can also stick it or you can sew it on the top of the head, and after that you can add your peacock feather on the side, And to decorate you can use your any beads. This is how it looks. Now we are going to work towards the eyes. So for giving the pop effect to the eyes, or you can say the cute look, you are going to take your white color and make the eyes, make a little line on the side of the eye like this. And then make and cut the yarn. Similarly, do it on the other side. Now we are going to take the black yarn and do the exact same thing, but on the top side of the eye. Like this. Similarly, do it on the other side. Now make your ties for securing. And after tying it and after hiding all of it, Now we are going to take our yellow yarn and make the tilak part. Now just secure everything properly. Now this is how it looks so far. Now we are going to make the mouth part. So take your light blue yarn and 2 stitches apart. You're going to make your mouth. Like this. Just go in 3 times or 2 times as you like and cut the excess yarn. So this is how it looks finally. Now you can attach the basuri if you want, or either way it will look really good.